We'll be ready to go. Chris Morris will go against Scottie Pippen. Here's the ball tipped and controlled by the Jazz. Hornacek. Horney front court straight away. Waits for Stockton. They'll hand back to John. And Stock is guarded by Michael Jordan. Stockton right side. He'll hold. Still holding. Stock takes it up top to Karl Malone. The mailman guarded by Dennis Rodman. Wide right again to Stockton, three-point range. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Stock goes to the base right, drive underneath, bounces left corner to Chris Morris for three. That's around the rim and out. The rebound to Michael Jordan. Jordan front court. Michael veers left side, wide left to Scottie Pippen. Hornacek guards Jordan. Pippen picked up by Chris Morris. Rodman's guarded by Karl Malone, and Pippen palming the ball with that right hand in the left corner. Inside low, take it to Michael Jordan. Jordan backs in on Hornacek at the free throw line. Back in the left corner, Pippen for three. And it's good. Scottie Pippen, who made 5 out of 10 three-pointers last night, and Chicago's win over Toronto, gets them off the dime early.
They called 3 different plays right there and finally got one ran.
So front court here, Stockton left side. Stockton yo-yoing against Jordan. He'll terminate, lobs back door underneath the crowd. He's got it. Hook it up, miss it. On the rebound to Luke Longley. Out of New Mexico, down to Michael Jordan. Jordan on down the right side of Scottie Pippen. Back to Jordan. Jordan veers right on the right wing with the ball. He'll whip it inside low to Luke Longley. Longley takes a baseline right, drive, good moves. Put it up, miss it, rebound tipped out, and grabbed by Michael Jordan. He runs over Stockton, no call. And now a whistle. And a foul will be called against Utah's John Stockton. Figure that one out. Stockton gets run down by Michael Jordan. Stock really unhappy, but that call will stand. Right here, Jordan just crashes all over Stockton, and they call it on John. So to inbound, Pippen right side. He'll go to Ron Harper in the right corner. Back to Pippen, knocked down, but Chris Morris picked up by Stockton. Out of Jazz, move into the front court. Stock straight away. Stockton veers left. Stock holds. He'll take it inside low to Karl Malone. My own man cross the alley, push it up and in. Count it. He's fouled. Beautiful quick move by Karl Malone. He's fouled going across the lane by Dennis Rodman.
This is the second. Karl Malone's thinking, hey, I should have 2 fouls on Dennis Rodman. He thought he was fouled the first time. Wasn't much of a foul there. Pretty good position there by Dennis Rodman. He just rides him across like he's supposed to do, and he gets a foul call on him. Karl Malone will get a chance to tie this basketball game up.
The mailman looping it up and in with that right hand on a left to right move, and now the free throw up and off. And the rebound tipped up by Chris Morris, saved by the Jazz, and it goes to Stockton. Stock drive baseline right, behind the plane of the board. Left base to Horney, 15-footer, good. Hornacek. And the Jazz take a 4-3 lead. Hornacek gets the shot for the baseline left side.
Second time weak side shots have come from John Stockton going baseline.
Right side up top of the ball, Dennis Rodman holding on. Rodman wide right over to Harper. Harper flips it inside to Jordan. He'll go base right, gets by Hornacek, push it up, blocked to the foul to Karl Malone, who helped out on the play. But Jordan will shoot a pair. Karl gets his first foul, Jazz second.
See Michael Jordan, there's the left hand. See, we talked about that left forearm or the right forearm, depending on which is in the back of a player playing with his back to the basket, and usually the player rolls in that direction. You have to mix things up back there. You cannot just give the guy that the green light to roll off of that forearm.
Jordan makes the first free throw. He shoots 85.2% at the line. His second one is up. That's good. So Michael Jordan on Scottie Pippen. Of the Bulls in front, 5-4. On with the ball, John Stockton, met by Jordan at midcourt. Stockton veering off left side. Jordan dangerous defensively. Quick with a hand. Stock fake left, drive right in the paint. Loop it up. He's fouled. Stockton will shoot 2. Jordan chased him in. Harper there to help out. On a foul charge to Michael Jordan, his first, and for Chicago, their second foul.
Clever move here by John. Watch, he fakes and then he goes right. Now watch him jump. He steps right in front of Michael Jordan and makes sure that Michael runs up his back. He was not even thinking about making the shot until the contact was made. We watched Damon Stoudemire from Toronto run Michael Jordan around last night, and John Stockton's hoping he can do the same.
Stockton hits the first free throw. John averaging 15.5 points a game. His second one is good. So Stock has 2, and the Jazz take a 6-5 lead. Front court right side, Scottie Pippen. He'll bounce it down on the baseline right to Jordan. He'll back in, fall away with a 15-footer from the angle right. Won't go with a rebound to big Fulton Spencer. Out of John Stockton. Stock hurries front court straight away. Stockton head up looking. He'll work behind Felton Spencer. Down low left into Karl Malone. Knocked away, but Chris Morris saves it out on the left wing. Morris holding on. Pippen with them. They'll go back to Karl Malone, baseline left. A mailman fires a pass underneath, knocked down, but Felton picks it up. Take a shot, blocked by Pippen. Picked up a Hornacek. 4 seconds on the shot. 3, left corner, Karl Malone for a three-pointer. Good! The mailman beats the buzzer. And Karl with 5 points, hitting a three-pointer out of the left corner. The Jazz take a 9-5 lead. Jordan Well, cross midcourt right side. Michael yo-yoing, hands out front to Harper. Around the horn left to Dennis Rodman. Karl will back off and give him plenty of room. Up top to Pippen. Scottie wide right to Jordan inside to Luke Longley. Big Luke back to the hoop. He'll back in on Felton, and he travels. Jazz basketball. So Utah with a lead of 9-5, but they have possession. Jazz on the floor, 3 out of 6. Chicago make it 1 of 3 from the field. Out of three-pointer by Pippen. So Stockton with the ball. John left to right, crossing the 10-second line. Stock bounces wide right to Hornacek. Stockton knives his way through. Now he'll come back and set the screen. Karl Malone will go low. Stock breaks high. Horny holds. Hornacek low to Karl Malone, and inside we got a whistle and an illegal defense on the Chicago Bulls. Well, before you buy a new home, see why Ivory Homes is Utah's #1 home builder, 8 years running. So Utah will put it in play right side. 8 minutes and 42 seconds left in the first quarter. 9-5 Jazz. Stockton with the ball. John will veer off right side. Karl Malone now directing traffic, says let's work left. So Stock dances left side. Inside is Chris Morris. Now Felton goes low. Stockton yo-yoing on the left wing. He'll look into Felton, take it to him. Base left. Felton backing in. Turn back to the baseline left. The follow-away corkscrew. Good. Felton Spencer. Nailing the jump shot. And the Jazz are up 11-5. On right side, Michael Jordan. Jordan faking right, trying to go left. Hornacek denies the move, and we got a whistle and a foul. Fires against Felton Spencer inside. That's his first, Jazz third, Chicago ball. They'll inbound front court left side. Scottie Pippen will trigger the play. He'll hand to the left corner to Michael Jordan. Jordan holding on, fake left to right, pull up, angle left, jump it, score it. Jordan. Michael with 4 points in a quarter. On the Jazz lead 11-7. Stockton. Front court doubled up top to Karl Malone. He'll fire from 20. The mailman. That's off the front of the iron. Chris Morris picks up the dribble. Bounces under the Felton. Beautiful feed. Shot blocked, however. Picked up again by Morris. He tries to hand off inside. It's knocked away and denied by Chicago. So it's Jazz ball.
Well, what a great play here by Chris Morris. And I don't think Jeff Hornacek was ready for that. Just a slick pass that he made to Jeff Hornacek.
Ball inbound to the Stockton left side. Jazz with 16 seconds on the shot clock. Stock wide left. Jordan guards him. Karl Malone the screen. Stock goes baseline left. They double him out front. Hornacek quick feed right side of Morris. He'll take one bounce. Jump it from 20 out. That's an air ball. Right to Dennis Rodman. Down court. Harper on to Pippen. In for the dunk. Scottie Pippen. Beautiful fast break and a foul to Chris Morris. Chasing him in. Out of bucket count. Morris gets his first, Jazz fourth foul. Pippen with 5. And boy, when the rebound comes off, away goes Chicago's guards, and they got the ball down court quickly to Pippen for the dunk. No time flat, they were down court. Pippen at the free throw line, and he misses the free throw, but the rebound, Dennis Rodman takes a 6-footer to the paint, misses, tipped and missed by Pippen. He commits a foul, climbing the back on the offensive play, and for Scottie Pippen, his first foul on Chicago's third, Jazz basketball.
Boy, it looked to me like Scottie Pippen went up his own man's back there. What an explosive play.
Jazz with the ball in the lead at 11-9, and Stockton will cross midcourt straight away. Michael Jordan there defensively. Stockton fake left, drive right. Over the right wing, he'll go to Chris Morris. He'll fake right, go left. Jordan picks up on the double. Knock it free. Chris fights to get it back, and then we got a whistle, and someone kicked the ball. So the Jazz will get a fresh time on the clock as Luke Longley kicked the ball illegally, and Utah will get it back with 24 seconds on the shot clock. Jazz thus far have hit 4 out of 10 shots from the floor, and Chicago 3 of 6. Ball into John Stockton. Stockton yet to take a shot. He's made a couple of free throws. Veer right, Stockton to the base. Terminates there. Up top to Big Felton. Cross court left to Hornacek. Horny drive to the middle, left to right. Hook pass underneath to Karl Malone. He hooks it up wildly and misses it. And he was anticipating a foul, and he didn't get it. On the intimidation, forced Karl to miss the shot. And then as Chicago rebounds, another foul. Now this one on Felton, his second. Jazz are in a penalty.
Yeah, this is the second time that Karl Malone thought that he was going to get fouls, and he's so good at putting the basketball where the defenders are not, and still able to finish the playoff.
Felton will come out of there, and Antoine Carr will check in. As Felton Spencer gets his second foul, Dennis Rodman will shoot 2 free throws for Chicago. Rodman on the year, 64%. He's made 11 out of 17. But rebounds, 176. He has 55 off the offensive board. Rodman's free throw here is good. That's his first point. Chicago now 3 out of 4 at the line. Second free throw off the mark. Rebound, Chris Morris steps in front of Rodman, and now over to Stockton, and Stockton dances front court. John to the angle left. Stockton with 3 assists here in the quarter. John wide left parallel with the free throw line. Looking inside for Karl Malone. Rodman right on his back. Stock holding. Now he'll go to Karl. They come over to double with Longley helping. The corner sec. Fires underneath Antoine. Gets by him as Scottie Pippen knocked it out of bounds. It'll be Jazz basketball. They'll have 6 seconds on the shot clock. But first a timeout with 6 minutes and 43 seconds remaining to be played in the opening quarter here at the United Center in Chicago, Illinois. The Utah Jazz 11, the Chicago Bulls 10. 257 on a second to Stockton in assist with 115 on the year. So Utah to put it in play. Karl Malone will inbound. Right side of Hornacek, leap and lean for the base, blocked by Luke Longley and grabbed by Rodman. Dennis Rodman, he loses the ball midcourt. Chris Morris takes it to Hornacek left side. Horny down the middle to Stockton. He'll fake the shot and back it out right side. Now the Jazz with fresh time on the clock. Stockton straight away. Stockton veering left. And now away from the ball, we've got a whistle on a foul. Rodman chasing Karl Malone through the paint. Luke Longley there. They give a foul to Luke Longley.
He just throws a block on Karl Malone as he's going down the middle. And again, we talk about this all the time. When guys are going toward the low block and they want to try to get set up, it's the center's job to step out, bump the guy, slow him down. That time it was just, and it looked like he was playing for the Chicago Bears as he threw the forearm into Karl.
That's Chicago's 4th foul. Jazz ball. Now going to John Stockton. Stock straight away. Stockton southpaw into dribble belt high. Stock terminates inside low to Karl Malone. Rodman with him, Longley over to help. Out front, Stockton to Morris. Morris down the barrel for 3. Good! Chris Morris right down the alley, and Stockton the assist. That's a Jazz second 3-pointer on Utah with a 14-10 lead.
And that's the player we need to step up big here tonight. He should get some shots like that if they're going to double Karl Malone.
Rodman right side. Tries to go inside of Jordan. Knocked down and stolen by Stockton over to Morris. Morris down the left side. Chris takes it all the way in and lays it up and scores. Chris Morris coming in left side. Thinking shot all the way as he faked the pass. Down underneath, they got Jordan. However, he misses the leading layup. That's Stockton with the ball on the rebound. John down the middle. Stockton straight away. Stockton drive the alley, split the defenders, fires it over cross court to Antoine Carr. Hook it up with left hand and miss it. Rebound Stockton on the tip out. John backs it out. Fresh time on the clock for the Jazz. Utah leading 16-10. On 5.5 minutes left in the quarter. Stockton left side. Wide left to Hornacek. Horny looking into Karl Malone. He'll take it to him. Again, they double him. He'll fire up top to Morris. Again to Karl Malone on the left corner. Go to the base. Drive across the middle. Hook it up and score. Off balance runner by Karl Malone. He's got 7 points. Jazz lead 18-10. And Jordan comes back right side. Michael wide right parallel with a free throw line. Terminates. Take it inside low to Scottie Pippen. Wheel to the base. He traveled as he spun around Chris Morris along the baseline. Jazz ball.
And so far the Jazz have gotten by here. The Franklin game plan, watch Jordan, Scottie Pippen posting up down on the low block, and we've had 2 traveling calls on Bulls players running that particular play. So the Jazz have been fortunate so far.
5-0 in turnovers. Bulls with all 5 turnovers here in the first quarter. Checking in Bill Wennington out of St. John's, 9-year veteran of the NBA. He'll replace Luke Longley and he'll guard Carr. Antoine base left, 10-footer. No. Rebound, Dennis Rodman. Rodman holds and waits. He'll get back to Ryan Hyper. On down the left side of Scottie Pippen. Pippen behind the screen of Rodman. Pippen left to right, down the alley. Feeds back on the angle right to Michael. And Jordan puts it up, misses. Rebound, Rodman. Back up, jackknife it, blocked by Karl Malone. Rodman tips, won't go. Rebound on the floor. They fight for it, and Stockton comes up with the ball. Karl Malone and Rodman both on the floor. Stockton down the court. He'll pull out for 3 from the angle left. Won't go. Rebound, Hornacek. 5-footer for the base right. He misses. Karl Malone tips it in. A mailman with 9 points in the quarter. And the Jazz have doubled the score on the Bulls at 20-10.
And you see how relaxed the coach for the Bulls is over on the sideline. He's just Phil Jackson. I mean, he hasn't called a timeout. They're down 10 points. He's not panicking at all.
Front court left, Jordan with the ball. Michael behind Bill Wennington, left to right to the free throw line. Right side, Harper. One bounce, a leap and leaner off the glass. Good, Ron Harper. That's his first 2 of the game. Score the goal, and we got a foul. And it's going to go against Chicago. And it's on Dennis Rodman. That'll be his second foul. That puts Chicago in the penalty. Now a technical on Dennis Rodman. And technical and a personal. Dickie Simpkins will check in for the Chicago Bulls. Simpkins at 6'10" out of Providence. He's a second-year pro. Referee Joey Crawford talks to Ron Harper at midcourt.
Well, Dennis Rodman he was mad at himself. He takes the ball and throws it off of his head, and it doesn't go directly toward Crawford, so he calls a technical foul. I mean, it was like Dennis Rodman was mad at himself, but he gets a technical foul for being mad at himself.
Hornacek makes the technical free throw. He took a lot of kidding on the bus ride into Chicago after the missing 2 late in the game at Chicago, or rather at Cleveland, and then Stockton won it with a three-pointer.
Well, I did mention to Jeff Hornacek that his arms were the first to go up when John buried that three-point shot, because it's just he's not the type of player that's going to miss 2 free throws, and I'm sure he was thinking about that.
John missed 1, the second of a 2-shot foul situation, and then Horny misses 2, so 3 in a row by those 2 were missed, and yet the Jazz get the win. Here's Karl Malone at the line now. On the personal foul, he'll shoot 2. The mailman taking his time and puts it up and in. Karl has scored 10 points here in the opening quarter. One of his buckets, a three-pointer on desperation shot out of the left corner to beat the 24-second clock. So the mailman has hit 5 threes on the season now, 5 out of 9 attempts. One more for Karl Malone. 77.9 on the year at the free throw line. Studying concentration as they got the miss signs waving them behind the hoop at the far end, and Karl makes the free throw, so he has 11 points, and the Jazz lead 23-12. Front court, Ron Harper over to Scottie Pippen, wide right to Dickie Simpkins. Simpkins from Providence at 6'10", holding on. Up top, Pippen for a three-pointer down the barrel. Go! Scottie Pippen. He has 8 points, including 2 threes.
You just don't defend 30 feet away, and Scottie Pippen shot that with ease.
So he has 8 points. Jazz up 23-15. Stockton to the front court left. Stockton on the yo-yo. Wide left, over the left corner. He'll go to Hornacek. Horny backs it out on the left wing. He'll bounce pass inside to Karl. The mailman back to the hoop. Spin it up top to Stockton. Before he could fire for 3. A foul in Chicago, and it'll go to Bill Winnington. Karl Malone will shoot 2. We're in the penalty. Winnington's first. I will pause for station identification on the Jazz Basketball Network.
David Benoit on the lineup for the Jazz with left back John Stockton.
David Benoit has checked in for the Jazz, replacing John Stockton. So the Jazz played big because of the size of Jordan and Pippen on this big club that they put on the court. So Morris will move back and play guard with Hornacek. Horny will be at the point.
Yeah, you wouldn't imagine that Howard Isley would get any time here in tonight's game. Also, you would expect maybe Brian Russell to get some time also because of the quickness and the athletic ability of guys like Scottie Pippen.
Karl Malone makes the first free throw. The mailman with 12 points. He'll shoot another. Karl 4 out of 7 from the field, 3 out of 4 at the line. He's got 1 rebound. His second free throw missed, tipped up in the air by Antoine Carr, finally grabbed by Ron Harper of Chicago. 24-15 Utah. Now to Scottie Pippen, front court left. Scottie behind Bill Winnington. Scottie left to right, up top, takes another 3, looking down the barrel, won't go. Rebound tipped over by Hornacek, grabbed by Chris Morris, now to Horny. On Hornacek front court. Jeff with 3 points here in the first quarter of play. 3 minutes left in the quarter. Wide left to David Benoit out of Alabama. Low to Karl Malone. The turnaround for the base left. Skims off the iron. Picked up by Scottie Pippen. Pippen hurrying down court left to right. Pippen slips down with the ball. No travel called. Right side. Jordan for 3. Michael hits the three-pointer. Jordan with 7 points. Chicago with 3 threes here in the first quarter. On his 24-18. Jazz with the lead. Hornacek front court left. Waddy yo-yoing, belt high. He'll hold and look into Karl Malone. Still holding. His pass knocked down and out of bounds by Winnington as they tried to go into Antoine Carr on that play. And the Jazz take a timeout. They'll have 8 seconds on the shot clock. Timeout here in the opening quarter from Chicago. 2 minutes and 28 seconds left in the period. On Utah 24, Chicago 18. Welcome back to Chicago. Rod Hundley along with Ron Boone, and in the opening quarter with 2:28 left, the Jazz lead the Bulls 24-18. Karl Malone had 12 points for the Jazz. Scottie Pippen has 8 and Jordan 7 for Chicago. Well, if you need to put a little action into your Saturday night, KJazz TV is the place to be. First, it's Hercules, the legendary journeys, followed by Xena, Warrior Princess. For more action than a Los Angeles courtroom, keep it right here on KJazz TV, right after tonight's game. Here's Karl Malone inbound up top to Chris Morris. Morris got it by Pippen. Chris faking a 3, takes one bounce, jump over for the shot, score. Chris Morris leaping and leaning right over the top of Scottie Pippen. That's 7 points for Morris in the quarter. And for Chicago, Tony Kukoc has checked in. The Croatian, who's really a fine player, their best 6-man on this club. Now Steve Kerr could really hit the 3s in there also. They go low left into Bill Winnington. The St. John star turns around and flips it up and in. A 15-footer from the angle left. Winnington, his first two. 26-20, Jazz with the lead. Hornacek, guarded by Steve Kerr, front court right side. Horny yo-yo on belt high. Hornacek goes on down on the right wing. Karl Malone goes high, they'll take it to him there. Karl holding the ball high over his head, lobs across court, bad pass, but lucky Pippen knocked it out of bounds. Easily deflected. Now Chicago on the D with 6 seconds on the shot clock. Benoit will inbound. Guarded by Tony Kukoc. Over the left corner, Hornacek. Twist, turn, shoots, and misses. Rebound. Grabbed by Pippen over in the right corner, but he was out of bounds with it. Jazz ball.
A nice recovery there by Scottie Pippen, as it looked like Antoine Carr was going to be able to come up with this offensive rebound. Scottie Pippen, long and just jumped very well, was end up deflecting it out of bounds.
Karl Malone inbound. They line up 2 under 2 out to scissor off. Karl looks for Chris Morris. He's got him right side. He'll fire from 20, and this one no good. Rebound to Karl Malone. Out front, Hornacek. Fresh time on the clock for the Jazz with 1.5 minutes left in the opening quarter. Hornacek, hippity hops up top. Wide left to Chris Morris on the wing. Chris looking in. He'll bounce it to Karl Malone and cut by. Up top to Antoine. Quick feed right side of Morris. Here's a three-pointer by Chris. That won't go. The rebound tipped back to him. He fumbles, but it's picked up by Antoine Carr. Out of Hornacek straight away. He'll drive the middle. Leap and lean. Scoop it up. Won't go. Rebound Bill Winnington on the Chicago Bulls. Out of midcourt to Scottie Pippen. Cross court right to Steve Kerr. Kerr on down the right wing to Dickie Simpkins. Straight away to Pippen. Around the horn left to Tony Kukoc. Kukoc holding and looking. He'll go low to Scottie Pippen. He'll back in on Chris Morris. Twisting across the alley. Turn with a right hook and score. Scottie Pippen with 10 points. What a super move. 26-22. Jazz with the lead. Karl Malone inbounds to Hornacek. Out Horny across midcourt. Hornacek straight away. Trying to fake right to left. He loses the dribble. Tries to pick it up, but can't get to it. Steve Kerr dives on the floor. He comes up with the ball. Over to Scottie Pippen. 32 seconds left to the quarter. Pippen right to left. Go down the middle. Floated up underhand. Score another one. Scottie Pippen. He has scored 12 in the quarter. The fans are loving it. 24-26. Jazz with the lead. Hornacek with the ball. Horny front court straight away. Hornacek. Out of there by Steve Kerr. Watching the clock. Jazz playing for the last shot of the quarter. 13 seconds left in the quarter. Down low to Karl. Can't handle it. Goes out of bounds. And it's Chicago ball with 11 seconds left in the first quarter. Judd Bushler will check in. Bushler replaces Dickie Simpkins for Chicago. Bushler, who played with the Golden State Warriors for a while, 6'6". He's out of Arizona in his 6th year as a pro. Well, the Bulls look to tie it up here with 6 seconds left. Tony Kukoc, the left-hander, taking right, going left up top, comes back to the middle, gets back Karl Malone, and Antoine Carr goaltends the shot. So we're all tied at 26 as Kukoc gets the bucket.
I tell you, the score was 24-15 at one time.
Ball live down court. Pippen steals it, fires from back court, but the buzzer had already sounded. He made the shot, but it won't count. Scottie Pippen from back court. That's the end of the opening quarter. Scottie Pippen with 12 points for Chicago. Karl Malone 12 for the Jazz. And at the end of the quarter, we're all tied up here at Chicago, level at 26. Hugh Hefner, Playboy magazine. Chicago has scored the last 6 points of the quarter. They were trailing 24-12 at one quarter. At 1 point in the first quarter. Now we're tied at 26 and Chicago with the ball. Front court right side, Tony Kukoc. Guided by Adam Keefe, who plays for the first time tonight. They'll go to Jordan in the right corner. Benoit will guard. Michael holding on. Jordan dribbling right to left. Jordan powers to the middle. Fires underneath the Bushler. Nice feed blocked by Antoine Carr. Big dog comes down with the ball. The big court, Stockton left side. Stockton left to right. John guarded by Steve Kerr. Stockton yo-yoing. He'll work over left side. Stockton wide left. Shot clock at 13 seconds. Ryan Stockton looking to give Utah the lead. He'll dribble left to right. Hook pass down to Antoine. Knocked out of bounds by the Bulls with 6 seconds on the shot clock. Ryan Russell plays for the first time in 3 games. They set out the last 2. Coach's decision, and he'll replace Chris Morris. Hey, Jazz fans. Arctic Circle has your 1996 Jazz calendar featuring action pictures of your favorite Jazz players. Get yours today. Here is Ryan Russell, faking right, driving left. Jordan with him to knock it away and off Russell and out of bounds. Chicago ball. With the score tied at 26. So Steve Kerr will handle the ball. Kerr angles left across midcourt. Kerr takes it cross-court right side to Tony Kukoc. Adam Keefe with him. Kukoc faking right, driving left, pirouetting to the paint. Right side to Kerr. He'll jump it, miss it. Rebound tipped out and grabbed by Jordan at midcourt. High press time on the Chicago shot clock. Jordan straight away to Kerr to three-point line. To Kukoc, back to Kerr, right side angle. Up top to Kukoc again. He'll put up a three-pointer. And it's short. Rebound, Brian Russell. Russell looks for Stockton. He's got him in midcourt. John hurries right side. Stockton fake left, drive right, a running one-hander up and in and out. Rebound, Michael Jordan. We're still tied at 26.
The spacing doesn't look very good here for the Jazz.
Down court, Buechler drops the ball, and they say it was off the Jazz. Well, Benoit complains, but they give it back to Chicago.
On the offensive end of the court, the Jazz need to, the spacing is not very good. They're letting one defender guard two people.
San Antonio leading Houston 31-21. They're in the second quarter tonight. Over the right corner, Whittington from Jordan, jumping in and out. Rebound, Brian Russell out of Stockton. Score tied at 26. Stuck on the dime. Neither team scored here in the second quarter. We played a minute and 40 seconds. Stockton wide left. John Yo-Yoing again looking for Antoine. The big dog Carr checking in low. Second man right side is Russell. He'll take it, go to the hoop, miss the banker, but he's fouled going in. Brian Russell will shoot two. As he was fouled, taking it to the hole by Bill Whittington.
An awfully quick move here by Brian Russell. One big step, gets Jordan on his back, then overshoots the basket here. Could have had a three-point play here if he could have made that the layup, but so explosive to the basket. And we say this all the time, he's one of the best drivers to the basket on this team. He'll break the defense down. Russell
hits the first free throw. Second one is up and good. He has his first 2 points of the game. Don't forget the Jazz return home on Tuesday night to face the Portland Trailblazers Tuesday, the first of a three-game homestand. And you can get tickets, call 355-DUNK. Right corner, Kerr jumps it up and in, an 18-footer. Steve Kerr, he has his first 2 points of the game, and we're tied at 28. The front court left, John Stockton. Stock wide left, parallel with a free throw line. Stockton behind Antoine Carr's screen. Antoine rolls inside, Stock takes it to him. Antoine with his back to the hoop, Whittington on him. Antoine left to right in the paint, turned back to the base, floated up high, won't go, tipped up in the air by Adam Keefe, but grabbed away by Judd Buechler. On court, left side of Michael Jordan. Michael yo-yoing against Brian Russell. Jordan terminates, take it up top to Steve Kerr, free throw line angle right to Buechler. He'll take it 2 bounces left side of Jordan. Michael fake right, go left, gets by Russell, fouls him on the dribble drive. So Brian Russell picks up his first foul. That's for the Jazz, the first of the second quarter. Chicago ball.
Second quarter getting off to a very slow start here. Michael Jordan with the big hands, wipes underneath, goes baseline. Just like you're taught in basketball camps.
Here is Kerr, right side to Buechler. Buechler to the right corner to Michael Jordan. MJ backs his way in. Yo-yoing with the left hand. Knocked away by Brian Russell. Picked up by Stockton. Jazz run. Stock to the middle. Right side of Benoit. Hanging up and in. Benoit on the break from Stockton. Now for Benoit, his first bucket. Russell the steal. Stockton the assist, his fifth of the game.
Brian Russell's always ready to play. He makes things happen when he's on the floor.
Buechler to the right corner to Steve Kerr for Chicago. Jazz lead 30-28. Kerr right to left. Kerr out front straight away. Bounces to the free throw line to Tony Kukoc. He'll back to dribble out. Drop it over the right side angle to Steve Kerr. Back to Kukoc up top. A 20-foot left-hander won't go. Rebound tipped up by Antoine. Stock's got it. John Stockton dribbling out of traffic. Jordan picks up on him. Stockton comes back straight away. Stock veers left. On the Jazz to their half-court game. Stockton left to right to the free throw line. Drops it back to the trailer. Brian Russell. Russell to the free throw line. Jump one from there. Short. Rebound. Michael Jordan. Jordan behind the back dribble in the backcourt. Crosses the 10-second line. Snaps it down the left side of Tony Kukoc. Guarded by Adam Keefe. Out front to Jordan on the angle left. Michael on that left wing, straight away to Kerr. Quick feed right side of Buechler, back to Kerr. Kerr right to left to the free throw line. Double pump, can't find a shot. Out front to Jordan. 5 seconds for a shot. Michael looking for it, takes it for three. The shot, no. Rebound, Adam Keefe to Stockton. Jazz with a 2-point lead, 8 minutes left in the half. Now Stock front court left. John southpaw in the dribble. He'll terminate there, look in. Wide left over to David Benoit. Benoit wants to go into Antoine Carr. He'll take it to the big dog. Antoine back to the hoop. Again backing in. He'll cross the middle left to right. Turn back to the base. Turn. Jump hook with the right hand. It's short. Adam Keefe tips it out. Grabbed by Steve Kerr. Kerr crosses midcourt left side. Kerr yo-yoing. We got a whistle and a timeout for Chicago. So the Bulls take the timeout with 7 minutes and 37 seconds left in the opening half here at United Center at Chicago, Illinois. Utah 30, the Bulls 20. Rod Hundley along with Ron Boone, we welcome you back to Chicago. We're in the second quarter. Now the Jazz lead the Bulls 30-28. The Jazz have made 1 out of 5 shots in this quarter. Chicago's made 1 out of 7. And we're tied at 26 at the end of the opening quarter of play. As Michael Jordan will get a rest here. It looked like just before the timeout as he comes back out on the court as he whips off the towel. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, our State Farm halftime report on TV. You'll have Scott Layden along with Steve Brown back in the studio to give you highlights around the NBA. And likewise on radio, it'll be Dave Blackwell from Salt Lake City. Steve Crockett back here in Chicago in his hometown will give you some reporting from here. Right side angle, here's Judd Bushler with the ball. Down low right into Tony Kukoc. He'll cross the middle on Adam Keefe. Double pump. Leap and lean. Blocked by Antoine Carr. Pulled down by Stockton. Jazz run. Stock front court. John cross court left to a flying Benoit. Hammer dunk. Benoit floating in there like Michael Jordan with that hammer. Benoit's second field goal. Jazz up 32-28. Right corner, Judd Bushler. Bushler holding on. Out front to Winnington on the angle right. Straight away to Steve Kerr. Kerr takes one bounce. Right side angle to Bushler. Inside they go to Tony Kukoc. Adam Keefe staying with him. Kukoc backs him in the paint. Turn. The left-hand jump hook is good. Kukoc gets his second field goal. He has 4 points in the game. Jazz are up 32-30.
Kukoc turned to the middle of the floor this time, making sure that the blind side that caused him to get his shot blocked was that he could see it then.
All right, Benoit right side throws it away to Judd Bushler. Right in his hands, who was guiding him. Bushler comes down the left side. He'll snap it back to Steve Kerr, and Kerr veers left. Inside to Tony Kukoc. Kukoc backing in, turn, knocked away at a foul to Brian Russell. The Kukoc shoots two. Russell picks up his second foul. Jazz second of the quarter. Karl Malone will check back in for the Utah Jazz. Antoine Carr will come out. A moment ago, a hearty slam and flying a la Michael Jordan was David Benoit. They put it down with the right hand, leaning with that left shoulder.
David Benoit definitely has some hops there, but it was Michael Jordan that made that dunk popular. And you see Tony Kukoc missing
The Chicago Bulls lead the Utah Jazz 44-38 here at halftime. Whether going into the half, it'll be 1 minute and 51 seconds. Until the half, we're a 6-point lead for Chicago. And we'll take a look at our NBA assist leaders. Brought to you by Les Olson Company and Sharp. Les Olson Company, your Sharp copier specialist in Utah. John Stockton leading the NBA, averaging 10.8. Tonight he has 6 assists here in the first half. Jazz 14 for 39, 36% to Chicago Bulls, 19 for 37. They're at 51%. Michael Jordan heating up here in the second quarter. Michael with 5 assists, 5 rebounds, and 15 points. Stockton with the ball, wide left to Hornacek. Horny holding on, Jordan with him. Hornacek bounces low to Karl Malone. He's there, layer up and score. Karl Malone, that's his first bucket of the second quarter. And he has 14 points in the game. Right, it's 44-40, Chicago. Jordan right to left. Running left hook, good off the glass. Michael Jordan with 17. And he has scored 10 here in the second quarter with 1 minute 25 left. 46-40, Chicago. Stockton wide left to Hornacek. Ronnie holding on, Jordan right with him. Hornacek looking at Karl Malone, trying to post up. Dickie Simpkins in there to got him. He'll go low to Karl. Take a feed to Hornacek. He'll fire cross court to Chris Forrest. Now to Felton. Picked off by Jordan. He stepped right in front of him. Jordan to the middle. Behind the back. Flip to Pippen. Hammered up. Scottie Pippen coming in left side from behind the back feed from Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan so good at playing the passing lane. He's very, very quick, anticipated the pass, and then it was all history. He brought the house down with the behind-the-back pass.
Stockton, front court right side. Chicago up 48-40. Over to Karl Malone, and away from the ball. Kerr holds Stockton. They got him for the foul. Steve Kerr, his first foul. Chicago's third. All right, it'll be Jazz ball. 47 seconds left to the half. David Benoit will check in. Here is that feed by Michael. Behind the back flip to Jordan. Coming in for the left side, and he put the hammer on that one with the right hand. Pippen with 18 points. Jordan 17. They have 35 on the 48. But as I mentioned in the pregame, Boner, you agree that you're not going to stop these two guys, but you got to stop the other people. We're going to get the points. And that's what's happened thus far. Inside, Karl Malone from Stockton. The follow away for the base right. 12-footer short. Rebound, tipped in the air, and they tie it up. Luke Longley and Felton Spencer, they're jumping up. Well, 'twas the night before Christmas, and what do you see? Why, it's Christmas Eve movie line up on KJazz TV. Beginning at 3 with a show that has bells and ends late that night with classic Dickens tales. So enjoy the holidays with happiness and glee, and don't miss Christmas entertainment on KJazz TV. All right, here's the ball tipped and controlled by the Jazz, and it'll go to Stockton. John out front straight away. 28 seconds left to the half, 18 on the shot clock for Utah. Stockton up top to Karl Malone. Right side on the wing to Hornacek. Horny fake right, go left. He's in the paint, twisting, leaping lean. Shot off the glass, good. Hornacek, a dandy. He's got 5 points. There's 18 seconds left to the half. 48-42, Chicago. The Bulls play for the last shot of the half. Michael Jordan, 2 steals, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. He's got 17 points and 1 block shot. Here's Michael straight away. Michael veers right. Michael drives, a running one-hander. Good, Jordan. Michael with 19 points, 12 in the quarter. Benoit from backcourt fires at the buzzer. That's off the glass at the end of the half. It's all Chicago. The Bulls build an 8-point lead at the half. The score from United Arena in Chicago, Illinois. The Chicago Bulls 50. The Utah Jazz 42.
Michael Jordan with 19 as he hits the last shot of the half there, and Scottie Pippen with 18, 4 for Tony Kukoc and Bill Winnington.
Karl actually had 14 points, and he got 12 of those in that first quarter of play. And a reminder that Home Court Magazine is the new monthly dedicated to giving fans the inside scoop of the Jazz. Now available at newsstands. You can conveniently save almost 37% off the cover price by subscribing today. Get the Home Court advantage today and take advantage of that good-looking guy on the court on the cover there. Call 1-800-877-5299. And don't be alarmed if you find a big pair of sneakers sticking out of your mailbox in less than 6 weeks. That just means your subscription has arrived.
A good-looking guy on that cover looks better on the cover than he does in person.
Oh.
You're the best, baby. I know that.
Okay, it's pure holiday magic when one of Hollywood's top leading men becomes a well-dressed angel. Cary Grant and Loretta Young starring The Bishop's Wife. Christmas Eve at 9 o'clock on KJazz TV. There's Jesse Jackson.
The Reverend
Bull
Jesse
man back.
Jackson.
He was a Bulls fan even back when Sloan was playing. He used to come in the locker room after the games Gary would tell me and say hello to the guys. Still following the Bulls. Front court, here's Michael Jordan, left to right. Base right, open. Luke Longley hits a 15-footer. Lights out when Longley gets on from 15 feet out. So Chicago with the lead, 52-42. We're underway here in the third quarter. Stockton wide left to Chris Morris. Morris guarded by Scottie Pippen. Morris holding on. He'll take it up top. Stockton knocked away, and he's fouled. A foul.
It's going to be on Ron Harper.
Harper gets his first foul of the game. Very quietly playing tonight. He had one bucket in the first half. Harper took one shot and made it. Stockton with the ball, and John on the angle left. Stockton yo-yoing, looking in for Chris Morris. Pippen denies him, so he'll come out wide left to get to the ball. Now again to Stockton up top. John penetrates free throw line, open, a jump shot from there is good. Stockton. John with 8 points on 6 assists. It's 52-44, Chicago. Scottie Pippen, right side front court. Straight away to Harper, to the angle left. They'll go to Rodman, back to Harper, backs in on Stockton. They go up top to Rodman. He'll fire for 20 and missing. Rebound, tipped up by Longley. Longley's got it, knocked away, grab by Harper, and he scores. Ron Harper, his second bucket, 4 points in the game. 54-44, Chicago.
Ron Harper starts, but he doesn't play as many minutes as Steve Kerr.
Stockton takes it low to Karl Malone. Cross the alley, puts it up, won't go. Tipped up by Felton, rebound, tied up. Rodman and Felton Spencer. They'll jump it up. Felton had the inside track, but Rodman's hustle paid off for Chicago as he got in there in time to tie up the big fella. Rodman at 6'8", Felton 7'2".
Rodman likes to tap rebounds to himself. Felton Spencer caught it on the tap.
Here's the ball tipped over from Stockton to Chris Morris. Now to Karl Malone. And they'll go back wide left for Hornacek. Hornacek yo-yoing belt high. Karl Malone eases over to set the screen. Hornacek goes to the base left. Swings back with the dribble. Now left to right behind Karl Malone. He's down the barrel from 18. A shot good. Hornacek working the dribble perfectly behind Karl Malone. Pippen hurries down the right side for Chicago. He'll terminate inside to Luke Longley. Luke on the angle right, back to the hoop. One bounce, swing the hook for the base right. That rolls out of there. Chris Morris rebounds it to Hornacek, midcourt right side. Hornacek coming down, looking for the shot, fake left to right. Bumps into Michael Jordan, no harm, no foul. The ball knocked away by Pippen from behind and out of bounds. Jazz ball, they have 18 seconds on the shot clock. With a score of 54-46, Chicago with the lead. Karl Malone down by. Mailman looking for Hornacek, cutting off, can't find him. He'll now lobs it way out near midcourt. Hornacek flags it down. Now the Jazz to their half-court game. Hornacek to the angle left. Stockton clears out. Horny takes it up top to Felton. He'll take one bounce, right corner to Stockton. John goes inside to Karl Malone. The turnaround shot blocked by Luke Longley. Pulled down by Dennis Rodman. Rodman to midcourt right side of Michael Jordan. Michael faking right, going left. Terminate up top. He'll hook it inside. Rodman wasn't looking. It's picked up by Felton Spencer to Stockton. He's knocked down by Luke Longley. Longley called for the foul. His second. Chicago's second of the quarter. Jazz basketball.
And Michael Jordan walks down the court as though, okay, Worm, that's your only time to not be looking for the basketball. And wide open underneath the floor. Doesn't get the job done.
Stockton with the ball right to left front court. John on the left wing, yo-yoing belt high. Karl Malone sets the screen, stock back left to right behind it. Open, an 18-footer off the mark. He had a good shot. Tipped over nicely by Morris to Felton. Shot blocked by Luke Longley. They fight for it. Karl Malone's got it, base left. The mailman holding on. Karl hooks it cross-court right side of Stockton. John works it out wide right behind Felton Spencer. Stockton accelerates to the base. Pirouetting. Blocking foul on Scottie Pippen as he tried to back out of there and force a charge on Stockton, but Pippen gets his second foul. Chicago's third of the quarter.
You see how quick these guys are, Scottie Pippen in particular. I mean, he gets there, just moving there on the screen, and you just see that he was able to get square in front of John Stockton, but they recover very, very quickly on the defensive end of the floor.
Stockton behind Karl Malone right side. Stockton to the base, puts back to the mailman. He'll power one bounce to the right side, jumping from 15, good. Karl Malone with 16. Stopped on a dime and left 7 cents change on that baby. On a Jazz trail, 54-48. Right side, Ron Harper. He'll take it inside to Luke Longley. Out of New Mexico, Big Luke holding on. Spin it up top to Rodman. He'll take a 20-footer. It's good. Dennis Rodman. Rodman, his first field goal, and he has 3 points in the game. It's 56-48, Chicago. Stockton, wide right to Chris Morris. Morris squares and looks at the hoop. Karl Malone going low. Morris takes it into him. He's underneath. Longley on him behind the plane of the board. Karl reaches out, hooks, and he's fouled. Well, the mailman will shoot a pair As it's Luke Longley, one more trip to get the foul.
You know, what the fans didn't see is Luke Longley underneath, moving his body underneath there, moving his leg right there underneath to Karl Malone, catching him on the lower part of his body. What they're looking at is what was going on up top.
The mailman shoots two. Kyle with 16 points in the game. Karl Malone in the opening half, 3 out of 5 from the free throw line. Karl hit on 5 of 11 shots from the floor. His first free throw is good. Point number 17. The mailman averages 26 a game. Coming into the night with 651 points on the year. On his way to 22,000. Karl Malone now for the second free throw.
And the guy he's chasing, Michael Jordan, is on his way to 23,000.
Karl's second free throw up on the rim and good, so he has 18 tonight. On the mailman cuts the lead to 56-50 for Chicago. Scottie Pippen left to right front court. Pippen turns the corner, go to the base. Karl helps out now, backs off to pick up on Rodman. On single coverage by Chris Morris. They'll take it to Michael Jordan on the angle right. Hornacek winning. Michael shoots over him on the jumper. It's good. Michael Jordan has 21 points. On Chicago leads 58-50. Stockton front court left. John wide left, lobs low to Karl Malone. Beautiful catch. You go into Chris Morris, and Morris grabbed it in the air and laid it home. Morris with 9 points in the game. That's his first 2 since the opening quarter. Jordan behind the plane of the board, fires back to Lovely. Up top, Pippen for 3. The shot goes. Rebound. The mailman, Karl Malone, outlet to Stockton backcourt. Spins in front of Jordan. Jordan chasing him. Stockton up top, takes it to the alley, bounces under the Felton. He gets by him and out of bounds. Not a good feed by John. Felton, the big fella, unable to get down there. Well, the water of the Utah Jazz is Mount Olympus spring water, naturally yours from a protected source in a designated wilderness area. Chicago ball, they lead 58-52. Alley-oop play underneath to Pippen, he can't handle it. He chases it out of bounds, but saves it to Harper for a dunk. He misses. Rebound knocked away. Chris Morris goes after it. Down he goes. And the ball saved by Harper, and he gets a 20-second timeout.
Well,
the Jazz,
hustling the Jazz. That's exactly right.
No life going for the ball. And they allowed Chicago to come up with it. So we'll keep it here with a 20-second timeout. Brought to you by Kulu. The quality of Quaker State Leaded Oil Change.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miller's Genuine Draft presents.
So they'll huddle up. Now they take the full timeout. We'll take it with 7 minutes and 17 seconds left in the third quarter. Chicago 58, Utah 52. Rod Hundley with Brian Boone, and we welcome you back to Chicago. We're in the third quarter of play. The Bulls lead the Jazz 58-52, and it's time for a Pizza Hut Pop Quiz question. What was Jerry Sloan's career high for points scored in one game? Well, if you know the answer, call 470-570-670-5700. Out of state toll free, 1-800-729-5476.
You know, the clock has been set to 23 seconds. I thought it took a lot longer than that once the dunk was missed in order to come up with the ball.
All right, here's Scottie Pippen inbound for Chicago to Jordan on the angle right. Hornacek gets out on him. Michael right to left, pull up top, over the right corner. Pippen. Scottie dribbling right to left. Fakes Felton away, goes down in the right corner to Luke Longley. Underneath to Rodman, he slams her in. Dennis Rodman with 5 points. 4 points here in this third quarter for Dennis Rodman. 7 minutes remaining, Bulls up 60-52. Stockton dances left side front court. John on the left wing. Yo-yoing belt high. Karl Malone the screen. Stockton left to right. Pippen shows out on Stockton. Now illegal, I believe, as Jerry Sloan has to make the call in front of Joey Crawford, who finally Crawford says, let me make the call.
He has a smile on his face, though, because he knew he took just a little too long making that call. He looks at Jerry Sloan and says, hey, can I be a little confused out here?
91, that's old Dennis Rodman with
the guy with the green hair. Yeah, the one with the green hair, in case you can't see the numbers.
Highest number in the NBA, 91, Dennis Rodman. On the line, Hornacek shoots a technical free throw.
I like one of his comments in the newspaper, Rod, when he's talking about the problems here opposed to the problems in San Antonio. And he just says, hell, they tell him, oh, what the hell. $5 fine, that's it.
All right, Stockton with the ball wide left. Stockton yo-yoing. Hornacek hit the technical. John left to right. Pulled up free throw line. He's back to Benoit. David drives home to the middle. They take it away from him. Picked up by Rodman. Dennis Rodman to the middle. Right side angle to Pippen. He'll leap and lean and scoop it, miss it. Rebound tipped up by Rodman and grabbed by Stockton. Stockton on the rebound for the Jazz. John going down to the boards as well as passing. Stockton straight away. Stock wide left to Hornacek, looking in to Karl Malone. A lob low, but Luke Longley steps in front and picks it up. Out of Michael Jordan. MJ down the right baseline to Ryan Hyper. 15 feet away, doesn't shoot. He'll take it right to left on the dribble. Pull up, back to Jordan. Jordan out of three-point country on the angle right. Palming that ball with the right hand. Luke Longley the screen. Jordan one bounce, right side, jump it, miss it. Rebound, Felton fights for it. He tumbles, down he goes, out of bounds. Chicago ball.
Felton Spencer, I thought he had to go up pretty high there over the back there of Scottie Pippen. Did not get a foul, but the Bulls will get the basketball back.
After this miss, watch Jordan fly in here, I believe. There's Pippen, and down goes the big fella over the top for Pippen. Here is Rodman, right side open. Hyper for a three-pointer. No, a two-point shot. He misses. Karl Malone rebounds it to Hornacek. Horney will take the middle, but the Bulls hurry back defensively. Hornacek right side. He'll bounce over the right corner to Stockton. Low to Karl Malone. Goes right through his hands. Taken away by Scottie Pippen. Pippen right side front court. 60-53 Chicago. Pippen right to left. Benoit bumps him on the dribble drive for the foul. So for Benoit, his first, Jazz first of the third quarter, Chicago ball.
You know, Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan, both. They tried to just get you to relax, and they like to explode off the dribble. That's what he was able to do to David Benoit there.
There's Benoit, rather Harper with the ball right side front court for Chicago. Over the right corner to Scottie Pippen. Pippen checked by Benoit. Pippen right to left. Pippen bounces over the left side to Michael Jordan. Jordan one bounce. Fall back up top to Pippen. Before he can take the shot. 3-second lane violation on Chicago. Jazz basketball.
And it's going to be called on who else but Dennis Rodman, who coming into tonight's game 55 offensive rebounds in just 12 ball games.
Front court, Stockton with the ball. Jazz hanging in there. They trail by 7. Stock on the left wing. John Yo-Yo. John with 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Down the middle to Hornacek. Leap and lean. Horny shot off the back of the iron. Rebound Luke Longley. Outlet to Scottie Pippen. Down the left side of Michael Jordan. Jordan fake left to right. Down goes Hornacek. The ball spins out front to Longley. Right side angle to Ryan Hyper. 5 minutes left, third quarter. Wide right to Scottie Pippen. Pippen behind the screen of Rodman. Fires a three-pointer. It's good. Scottie and Pippen. He has 21 points to match Michael Jordan. That's the third three-pointer by Pippen. Last night he made 5 against Toronto right here at the United Center. Up top, Karl Malone alone. He'll take it from 20 out. Good. The mailman has 20 points. On Chicago lead 63-55. Pippen hurrying back right side. Benoit picks him up. Cross court left, alive to Hyper. Hyper faking left, driving right. Up top to Jordan. Jordan spins left side. Michael pirouetting with the ball inside of Longley. Kicks it away and out of bounds. They'll give the ball, it looks like, back to Chicago. We'll pass for station identification on the Jazz Basketball Network. Chicago's ball, and they'll inbound with 9 seconds on the shot clock. On from underneath the left corner at the offensive end. Scottie Pippen to trigger. To Longley, back to Pippen from the corner. Three-pointer, air ball. Karl Malone's got it. And then Jordan on his back fouls it, reaching across the top. Michael checks on the mailman, says, hey, I'm sorry. So Michael Jordan gets his second foul, and Chicago are in the penalty with 4:18 left in the quarter. The Jazz, on the other end, have only 1 foul here in the third quarter.
This is an 8-point ball game right now. I think both teams have kind of settled in, and it's going to. I think this is still going to be one of those ball games that will go down to the wire, like Game 1 when the Jazz lost to the Bulls 90-85.
Jazz
in the Delta Center.
Jazz come home for a game Tuesday night against Portland, and then they'll be home Thursday, I believe, Minnesota Timberwolves, and then Saturday afternoon will be our next simulcast. That'll be the Lakers at the Delta Center. That'll start at 12:30 with a half-hour pregame show. We'll have it for you on the Crown Sports Network as well as radio. Hope you'll be with us. The Jazz against the Lakers. Next simulcast. Karl Malone at the line, free throw good. Mailman with 21 points. He had 12 in the first quarter, 2 in the second, 7 more here in the third. I'm looking for another here with 4:18 left, third quarter. Karl Malone, mailman averaging 26 per game. This free throw good. So Karl has 22 points, 1 more than Jordan and Pippen. So front court, Scottie Pippen. 63-57 Chicago. Pippen to the right corner. Benoit with him. Pippen works it out on the right wing. He'll go low to Jordan. Michael checked by Hornacek. Faking right, try to go left. Horny right there. We got a whistle. And what do we got? An illegal or what? Joey Crawford talks to Phil Jackson, the coach of Chicago, down in front of their bench.
Well, what they're complaining about is Karl Malone's going out and double, but Felton Spencer's picking up Karl Malone's man. Then Karl goes back and they're switching, but they think that the switch is taking just a little too long.
Up top, Rodman with the ball. Now to Jordan on the angle out. Michael backing in on the dribble. Turn, the far-away jump shot to Patton. One-hander won't go, and Benoit knocks it down. Pippen says thank you and scores it, and he's fouled. Scottie Pippen picking up the foul right down going right to the hoop from the angle right. Benoit, the foul, his second. Pippen with 23 points. He'll get a free throw.
Just a high bounce there. David Benoit mistiming the high bounce. Comes back over his head. The little tip right into the hands of Scottie Pippen, who goes strong to the basket, giving the Bulls a 8-point lead.
Scottie Pippen, player of the week a week ago, 29.7 points per game. He hits the free throw. It has 24 here tonight. Howard Isley replaces John Stockton. Steve Kerr checks in for the Bulls. He'll pick up on Howard Isley. Isley out of Boston College. 6'2" guard. Doing a nice job thus far with the Jazz, backing Stockton, allowing John to get some valuable rest. Isley left side. He'll go to Hornacek. Horney taking left, powering right. Hook on the run. It's up, won't go. Grabbed by Felton. Underneath, he pumps, put it up, blocked. Foul Longley. So Felton Spencer will shoot 2. Luke Longley has 4 fouls, 3 of them here in this third quarter.
Yeah, the Felton Spencer again does a good job. Either he's not making any contact there at all, or the official is missing it, but he goes right over the back here of Scottie Pippen, come nice and clean, and gets the offensive rebound. Nicely done there by Felton Spencer.
Free throw good by the big fellow. Felton has 3 points in the game. Now he'll have another. Felton with 6 rebounds. 1 out of 4 from the field. He's 1 for 1 at the line. His second free throw up and no good. Rodman on the rebound. Rodman clears it to Scottie Pippen on at 66-58 Chicago.
Rodman picking up his 12th rebound.
Right side, Pippen to the base. Scottie backs it out. Right within Benoit. And an illegal called on Utah. This one on Felton Spencer. Backing off of Luke Longley trying to double Jordan. So a technical free throw coming for the Chicago Bulls. Jordan will shoot it. Michael leading the league, averaging 30 a game. He hits 85% of his free throws, 173 out of 203 on the night. What they say was only the first time it's been called here, so it'll be Chicago's ball, no free throw. Pippen will inbound right side. Scottie Pippen holding. Snaps it in to Dennis Rodman up top. Rodman veers off left side. He'll hand back to Steve Kerr. Kerr on the angle left. Picks the ball up after losing it. Now straight away near midcourt to Scottie Pippen. Pippen veers over left side. 12 seconds for a shot. He'll bounce inside to Michael Jordan. Again to Pippen. Up top, Kerr for 3. Doesn't take it. Back to the left corner to Pippen. He'll take 1 step inside. 16-foot leaner. Good. Scottie Pippen. 26 points for Scottie Pippen. 8 in the quarter. Chicago back 10. Howard Isley, front court. Isley straight away. Howard Isley looking. Hornacek can't find him. Will go to Benoit on the angle left. David backs up from 18. It's a dare ball right in the hands of Michael Jordan. Chicago starting to move underneath the Pippen. Leaping lane blocked by Benoit. Pippen picks it up. Out front left. Kerr for 3. Got it. Steve Kerr. He has 5 points. The 4th best 3-point shooter in the NBA. Steve Kerr. Out at 71-58 Bulls, opening up their biggest lead. As Howard Isley veers right side front court for the Jazz. Straight away at the top of the circle to Karl Malone. Underneath the Benoit, blocked by Longley, and a foul is going to be called. That looked like a good block. But a foul on the play. As the Jazz take a timeout, the foul to Luke Longley. That's his 5th foul. 4 of them in a quarter. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left here in the third with a timeout. On it, Chicago 71, Utah 58. There's one baby getting some sleep, getting ready for Christmas.
A little past their bedtime, isn't it?
Yeah, Chicago up 71-58 here in the third quarter with 2:10 left in the third quarter. Rod Hundley with Ryan Boone. And let's take a look at our leaders in steals. Brought to you by Let's Olson Company and Sharp. Let's Olson Company, your shot counter specialist in Utah. Gary Payton of Seattle, averaging 2.9 steals a game. Mookie Blaylock of Atlanta, number 2. Michael Jordan, number 4 in the NBA at 2.3. That's slowing down a bit. Michael will be 33 years old come February. Jordan tonight with 21 points, by the way, and a couple of steals in this game. Here's Benoit's free throw. Good. He has 5 points. David for one more. And it's good. So Benoit has 6. Chicago up 71-60. And coming back to handle the ball, Winnington. He'll get back to Scottie Pippen. Pippen across the court. Benoit waits for him at the three-point line. To Steve Kerr. Wide left to Jordan. Now to Pippen straight away. Scottie, three-point country. To the angle left. Kerr. His bounce pass. Base left to Jordan. 16-footer. Good if it goes. Won't go. He's fouled. Michael will shoot 2. And Howard Isley picks up the foul. His first. Utah's 3rd foul of the quarter. Greg Foster will get a chance to play here in a moment. First time tonight for Foster, who's been the most steady performer at center for the Jazz since the season started. Michael scored 30 in 11 games this season, 30 or more. His free throw good for point number 22. He's every civilian player. Who's that Haley? That's Jack Haley.
No, 2 coaches in this. He's in this uniform.
Good player. Haley's one.
Yeah, Jack Haley. Look at this. Look at this. They bet on this lady, and this guy was betting on this stuff up on this. Did you see her go over and collect the money? Look at her.
Rod Hundley with Ryan Byrne. We welcome you back to Chicago. We're at the United Center where Chicago leads Utah 78-62. Utah returns with Stockton at the point guard. Ryan Russell will come on for the third quarter with Benoit, Antoine Carr, and Greg Foster. In that third quarter, Chicago outscored the Jazz 28-20. Scottie Pippen had 8 in the quarter. And Steve Kerr hit 2 3-pointers. Here's Stockton down the middle, rolls it, base left to an open Foster, jump it, score. Greg Foster from Stockton. Foster has his first 2. On at 78-64. Chicago with the lead. Front court up top, Dennis Rodman. Rodman snaps it wide left to Jordan. Michael yo-yoing against Brian Russell. Backs up and fires a frozen rope. Good. Jordan. So MJ with 25 for Chicago. The NBA's leading scorer, averaging 30. Stockton straight away behind Greg Foster. Stock rolls right side. Drops it back in the right corner to Benoit. Backs up, fires a 20-footer. No good rebound, Steve Kerr. Kerr, front court to Jordan, right side. Michael yo-yoing. Looking, he'll go straight away to Kerr. Steve Kerr, one bounce, up top to Kukoc. Right side angle to Jordan. Michael fake left, go right by Russell. Hook it up with left hand, blocked away. Antoine's got it. Now to midcourt left side, Stockton on the run. He'll alley-oop it low to Benoit. Pass deflects off the board and is grabbed there by Whittington. It's an awfully tough play to make, and it's got to be perfect. That time, obviously, it wasn't. On Chicago with the ball. Kerr, front court. Wide right to Tony Kukoc. Now up top, Rodman, backdoor play to go to Jordan. 16-foot rope up for the rim. No. Rebound, Benoit. David has the Stockton. John front court left side. 80-64 Bulls. And Stockton looks into Antoine. He's got him low left. Rodman on his back. Big dog backing him in. Antoine fires up top to Foster. 20-footer, but great. Good. Foster gets a couple of jumpers here in the fourth quarter. Right, it's 80-66 Chicago.
And let Greg Foster get his feet set, and he can shoot as well as anyone on this team, 15 feet and out.
Jordan takes it to Kukoc up top. Tony holding on. The Croatian fake left, go right to the base. Double pump, leap and lean with the left hand and score. Kukoc gets the bucket. Tony with 6 points in the game. 82-66 Chicago. Stockton front court left side. John behind the screen of Greg Foster. Stockton goes left to right, comes back left side. He'll go to the base left. Traveling into the plane of the board, fires it up top to Benoit. Right side angle to go to Brian Russell. Russell loses the ball out of bounds, but it was last touched by Jordan. It'll be Jazz basketball. They have 7 seconds on the shot clock. On Russell to inbound. Brian looking for Stockton. He's got him out front right side. John one bounce, go up from 18 out, and it's good. Stockton. John with 10 points in the game and 9 assists. On front court left, here's Jordan. 82-68 Chicago. Michael bounces inside to Tony Kukoc. Kukoc back it in on Benoit. Turn back to the baseline left. Bank it with the left hand. It's good. Kukoc back-to-back hoops. He has 8 points. Chicago leads 84-68. John Stockton left side. Looking in to Greg Foster. Whittington on his back. Now Foster comes out to set the screen. Stock behind it. Foster setting the screen. John faking right, going left. Gives back to Foster. Now the big fella holds on. Now backing his way in. He'll go left to right to paint. Double pump, leap and lean. Shot up. Won't go. Rebound Foster. Double pump. Back up. It won't go. He's fouled. Foster shoots 2. Nice move by the big guy. Working hard inside. He draws the 2-shot foul. This one on Whittington. Whittington's 3rd foul. The first of the quarter on Chicago. Well, Jazz basketball brought to you by Cache Valley Cheese. For both old and young alike, Cache Valley continues to put the good taste in cheese.
This Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls trying to set an NBA, well, they're trying to tie an NBA record anyway. The best, 26-2 if they can, tonight's victory, if they win, 23-2, 3 games off.
Free throw good by Foster. He has 5 here in the fourth quarter. Jason Caffey makes his first appearance, just coming off the injured list. 6'8" out of Alabama. He's a rookie. Rodman comes out to a big ovation. Rodman with 12 rebounds as he leaves. And he picked up 5 points. Second free throw good by Greg Foster. 6 points in the quarter for Foster. It's 84-70 Chicago. 9 minutes left in the game. Michael Jordan will cross midcourt left side. Wide left to Tony Kukoc. Up top, Kerr. Steve to the angle right. Jordan fires. He's open from 18. No good. Rebound Whittington to Jordan for the hammer. Jordan coming in right side. Swings it in. Michael with 27 in the game. Chicago leads 86-70.
He had 34 in game 1 in the Delta Center. Only 9 for 21 shooting, but he's having a big night here tonight.
Stockton left side. John up top. Foster go to the hole. Scoop up and miss it. Rebound Whittington. To Steve Kerr. Kerr front court. Kerr down the left side of Tony Kukoc. Kukoc a 3-point country. Out of hoops to Jordan. Score. Count it. He's fouled by Brian Russell. Russell. Oh, what a play by Michael. Sneaking behind Russell, taking the alley-oop, and as soon as he could get his hands, he had it in the hoop. And he's fouled.
And you check the ball placement here. Great pass here by Tony as he puts it right there in front of the rim so Michael Jordan could go get it and puts it into the hole. Brian Russell beaten on the play. He catches Michael Jordan underneath while he's already in the air, and he finishes off a three-point play.
Jordan with 30 on the free throw. And Michael with 7 in their fourth quarter. 89-70 in favor of Chicago. Left side, Brian Russell. Russell takes it inside, Antoine Carr. Antoine backing in, the big dog faking, turning, and offensive foul. Good call. Antoine Carr, Chicago's ball.
Tough year here for Antoine Carr so far. He hasn't been able to get it together. He's getting into the paint, just unable to finish off plays. He's probably getting a little frustrated about now. As Michael Jordan leaves, Scottie Pippen checks back in.
Michael Lee is with 30, right at his point average on the year. He had 19 in the opening half, so front court Steve Kerr. 89-70 Chicago. And we're down to an even 8 minutes left in the game. Wide left, Scottie Pippen behind the screen to Bill Whittington. Scottie holding on. Snap it out front to Kerr. Right side angle to Tony Kukoc. He'll take one for 3. He'll go. Rebound. Greg Foster to Stockton. Rod Stock on the move right side. John cross court left to Brian Russell. He'll fire for 3. That's in and out. Rebound Scottie Pippen. Pippen to the middle. Pippen left side of Kerr. Drive underneath. Play it over to Whittington. And he was. But the player on the play, and that forced Whittington to backpedal, and he walked to the ball. Jazz basketball. But it's all Chicago tonight. And they'll pick up their 13th straight win. They go to 13-0 at home and 23-2 on the year.
Well, they're 13-2 in back-to-back games, 7-0 on the second end of them, and looks like they're going to move up to 14.
Stockton, Antoine rolling home, and he slams it down. That's the way to improve your field goal percentage. Look down on the dunk. And Antoine gets his first bucket. That could be our Morgan Jewelry diamond of the play. Diamond play of the game. Stockton to Antoine Carr. The front court, Kerr left side. Stockton with 10 assists now with that one. Right side, Kerr. Stock right with him. Steve Kerr spinning down on the angle right to Tony Kukoc. Got it by Adam Keefe. 7 minutes left in the game to Kerr. Left side, Pippen. Take a 3. Down on the base left. Whittington puts it up, and he's fouled by Greg Foster. His first. By the Jazz, second foul of the quarter. And we got a timeout taken by the Bulls. 6 minutes and 56 seconds remaining to be played in the game. Here at United Center, Chicago, Illinois. The Bulls 89. The Utah Jazz 72. We got our winners on our Pizza Hut Pop Quiz question. What was Jerry Sloan's career high for points scored in one game? 43. Back in 1969. Jerry got 43 against Milwaukee. Hit 19 for 36 from the field, 5 of 6 from the line. There's his jersey number retired. Hole number 4, Jerry Sloan, 66-76. Now there he is, live on the bench on his team, trailing here, 89-72. By the way, Sloan, we got to get on him about this. He scored 43, but he took 36 shots in that game, brother.
He was gunning, wasn't he? Well, Jerry wasn't known to take a lot of shots, so he must have been feeling it that night, huh?
Made 19, that's not bad.
That's pretty good, as a matter of fact. That's over 50%.
Whittington makes the first free throw here. And he'll have another. Bill Whittington, he has 7 points, and now 8 as he makes 2 free throws for Chicago. 91-72 Bulls, and Stockton with the ball. Karl Malone back on the floor with Foster, Adam Keefe, and Hornacek. Stock veers left. Stockton to the base, underneath the Foster. Nice speed. They double him, they foul him. Greg mishandled the pass, but then he picked it up on a bounce and was fouled by Whittington.
35.
So for Whittington, that's his 4th, and for Chicago, their 2nd team foul. Jazz ball. Adam Keefe will inbound, front court left. The old Stanford star will take it in to Greg Foster out of UTEP. Foster squares away on Whittington, fake left to right, turn back to the base, double punt, throw it up, hits the plane of the board, goes out of bounds. They say if Whittington got a hand on it, so it'll be Jazz ball. They have 18 seconds on the shot clock. Karl Malone will inbound. The mailman. Jason Caffey, the young rookie from Alabama, will guard the mailman. Underneath to Adam Keefe, lean in, bank it up, score. Adam Keefe, his first 2 of the game, and Karl Malone the assist. Minus 91-74, Chicago.
Jazz will try to make a run here and see what happens.
Kerr for 3, shot rebounded by Karl Malone to Stockton in midcourt left side. 91-74 Chicago. Stockton holding. Left side angle, over the left wing, he'll go to Hornacek. Horny fake left, go right to paint, lethal lean, goes back to Karl, but the mailman moving. The ball went by him and out of bounds. Good putt but wouldn't work.
Yeah, exactly. Karl's going for the offensive boards. He's thinking that Jeff Hornacek's going to shoot this basketball, and he had the inside track, Jeff, and that was a little too hard to handle anyway.
Right string, baby, but the wrong yo-yo. Right side here, Scottie Pippen backing in on Hornacek, twisting, shooting, and missing the rebound. Karl Malone on the air wild shot to Stockton. John front court. Stock up top, fakes a three, lean in. Oh, he was fouled. They don't call it. The shot rebounded by Karl on a long bounce. John really upset, can't blame him. Right side, Pippen lays it up on the run, score. Scottie Pippen with 28 points. And it's 93-74.
Jimmy Clark tells John Stockton to go straight up as though he cannot jump in toward the basket. That's wrong.
Stockton left side, 93-74 Chicago. Foster the screen. Stockton drives base left. He's in for the layup. Missing. Rebound. Tipped up by Adam Keith, but grabbed by Tony Kukoc. Kukoc right side front court. Tony yo-yoing the left-hander. Drops it back on a trailer to Winnington. Swing left to Steve Kerr. Kerr holding high. Laterally right over to Caffey. He'll raise from there. An 18-footer. Frozen throat was good. Jason Caffey, a rookie from Alabama, gets his first points of the game.
Jason Caffey, the #1 pick for the Bulls, the 20th pick in the draft.
95-74, Chicago. Stockton wide left over to Hornacek. 20 up top to Greg Foster. Foster looking for Stockton. He'll give to him on the right wing. John looking at the clock. 8 seconds on the shot. He backs it out. Goes to Karl Malone. Baseline right. Follow away. 15-footer by the mailman. In and out. Rebound. Greg Foster. Double pump. Hook it up and score. Foster with 8 points here in the fourth quarter. 95-76. Chicago. And again, Foster looks to be the best center yet for the Jazz all season, including this one. Here's Caffey, right side, jumping up, won't go. Kukoc tips, but comes over the back on the play for a loose ball foul. So Kukoc's first, Chicago's third, Jazz basketball.
And Scottie Pippen, Bill Winnington will check out. Checking in, Ricky Simpson.
Simpkins in for Chicago, and Judd Bushler. On front court here is Howard Isley. Isley straight away. He'll veer left. He'll go to Hornacek on the left wing, up top to Foster. Inside, trying to go to Adam Keefe, gets away. Foster says somebody hit it. But they say no, Chicago ball. Well, here's wishing you all a very Merry Christmas from the station that gives you a tomahawk slam from the foul line. That's KJazz TV. Well, Merry Christmas, everyone. The Jazz organization and KJazz TV. Left side, Simpkins. Up top to Judd Bushler. Right side angle. They'll go to Caffey. Drives by Foster underneath. Try to go up, knocked away, and Adam Keith's got it. Over to Hornacek. Hornacek front court left. One fake left, go right. He'll fire in the right corner to Howard Isley, who replaced Stockton. Isley backs it out. He'll go wide right to Hornacek. Inside Karl Malone. Turn in and score. Count it. He's fouled or no bucket. They not give it to him. The foul charge to Dickie Simpkins. So Simpkins, it's his first foul. Chicago's fourth.
Jerry Sloan clearing the bench here with 3:48 left. The Jazz ending a 6-game road trip. Looks like it's going to be a 3-3 series.
Antoine Carr and Andy Toulson check in for Utah. Right corner, Howard Isley. Isley yo-yoing, backs it out straight away. Now veers right. Isley bounces inside to Antoine Carr. Again, right side angle to Foster. Greg looks in. Take right, take one bounce left. He'll go right corner to Antoine. 9 seconds for a shot. Big Dog looking, raising, drops it inside, but is picked off by Kukoc. Over to Kerr. He body balls it right back to Judd Bushler. Bushler, front court left. 95-76 Chicago. Up top of the lane, Dickie Simpkins. Backdoor play to go to Kerr. Kerr backs it out right side. Kerr looks into Simpkins. Instead takes it up top to Tony Kukoc. Swing left to Bushler. Judd Bushler fires a three-pointer, and it's good! Bushler, his first points of the game, and a dandy three-point shot. 98-76 Chicago. 3 minutes left in the game. Howard Isley, wide left, Andy Toulson out of Brigham Young University. Up top to Antoine Carr. Big Dog from Wichita State. Free throw line angle right, Howard Isley. Isley walks a dribble to the right wing. Over to set the screen, Foster. Isley behind it, goes right side. He'll roll back to Foster, open, free throw line angle right, jump it, miss it, rebound Adam Keefe. He's held up by Tony Kukoc for the foul. So a timeout will be taken here by the Jazz with 2 minutes and 42 seconds left in the game. From Chicago, the Bulls 98, Utah Jazz 76. No answer. Rod Hundley along with Ron Boone, welcome back to Chicago. Howard Isley with Andy Toolson, Greg Foster, Adam Keefe, and Antoine Carr on the floor. We'll take a look down on Morgan Jeweler, Diamond, play of the game. Stockton to Antoine Carr on a pick and roll, and he rolled it down the middle, and Antoine looking down, jammed it in for his only bucket of the night. That's our Morgan Jeweler Diamond play of the game. Bulls are up by 22 with 2:42 left. Adam Keefe shoots two. The foul was charged to Tony Kukoc, his second foul. Adam with 2 points in the game. His free throw good. I have another.
I want to say hi and thank you to the staff of University Hospital. They've been concerned about my wife, Jackie. She's doing fine, and Merry Christmas to you.
Adam Keefe misses the second free throw, but he gets the rebound back under to Antoine. He stuffs one in. That's his second field goal. Two stuffaroonies for my man, Big Dog. 98-79, Chicago. Kukoc, wide left front court to Judd Bushler. Straight away, Randy Brown, newest member of the team, just joined this club. Up top of the lane, Dickie Simpkins, drive the middle. And feet back over the shoulder, but it's picked up by Adam Keefe, now to Howard Isley. 98-79, Bulls with the lead. Isley right side. He'll lob it in to Adam Keefe. Back to Isley, cutting, nice feed. Left-hand shot won't go off the glass, however. And the rebound, Judd Bushler. Bushler, front court, former Arizona star. He had a three-pointer a moment ago. Up top to Randy Brown. They'll go right side, Tony Kukoc. Inside to Dickie Simpkins. Simpkins takes a couple of bounces with Foster on him. He backs it up. Now drives right to left. Pirouetting in the paint. Feeds it over and he travels. Jazz ball. So Utah will put it in play. Backcourt with 1:46 seconds left in the game. Chicago winning their 13th straight game. They moved to 23-2. Look like a 70-win season team here. Front court, the basketball. Isley to the angle left. Andy Toolson inside to the big dog. Antoine back it in. Up top to Isley. Behind Antoine Carr, he'll fake right to left. Pull up, take a 17-footer. It's good. Isley. The little guy out of Boston College gets his first 2 points. 98-81 Chicago. Tony Kukoc to the front court. Wide left over to Dickie Simpkins. Up top, Kukoc. He'll pick left, pick it right. Spinning, right corner, Judd Bushler. Bushler dribbling right to left. Cross court left to Randy Brown. Over the left corner, Simpkins fires from 18. Rainbow shots, good. Count it. Foster fouls him. He'll shoot a free throw.
And Foster looks at the official, is shaking his head. Hey, I didn't touch him. I didn't touch him. Dickie Simpson had a little smile on his face as though he got one. He'll get a chance to finish this off.
Third team foul on the Jazz. And Foster gets his third foul. Simpkins free throw missing. Kukoc on the rebound. He'll back it out. No fire in down the middle of the cafe. Shot won't go. Rebound drive by the Jazz. Over to Toolson. Now to Howard Isley. Isley front court left. 55 seconds left. Isley to the left corner. Andy Toolson. He'll hold on and look in. Down low to Antoine Carr. The big dog. One bounce across the middle. Double pump. Gets his man in the air. Put it up. Good if it goes. It won't go. He's fouled. He'll shoot two. Antoine Carr. This foul to Winnington. So coming home, the Jazz will be off until Tuesday, the day after Christmas. Portland, then Minnesota Thursday. The Lakers on Saturday. And you can call 355-DUNK and get tickets for those games. 3 in a row. Trailblazers, Minnesota Vikings, Minnesota Timberwolves, and the Los Angeles Lakers. So join us for the holidays. Those 3 games in a row at home at the Delta Center. As Antoine hits 1 of 2. And has 5 of the game. And it's 100-83 Chicago. On court, ball knocked away and out of bounds by Isley. 41 seconds left. And Chicago tonight led by Jordan with 30, Pippen with 28. As they manhandled Utah and take the series 2 games tonight. Well, the ball on the left side angle. They'll work it behind the plane of the board to the right side of Bushler. The jumper off the iron. Rebound Antoine Carr. To Howard Isley. Isley right side. Isley right to left. He'll back it out on the wing to the left corner. Andy Toolson. He'll fire for 3. And he got it. Andy Toolson gets a 3-pointer. 100-86 Chicago. We're down to 15 seconds left of the game. But Tony Kukoc front court. He'll just dribble out the clock. And the fans loving it. As Chicago wins their 13th straight and they remain undefeated at home. On their 23-2 on the year. On the final score, Chicago 100, Utah 86. The Jazz head for the locker room to wind up their 6-game road trip even 3-3, and they stand at 17-9 on the year. The Bulls 23-2. We'll be back right after this timeout from Chicago.